Oh my god.
I gotta have bigger BB. Gotta have bigger BB.
Oh damn. Welcome to the dark daily. Oh shit.
Really?
Oh fuck.
Walker 1-2. Walker 1-2. Tango's on the horizon. Tango's on the horizon.
Stop. Okay.
Listen here, Mr. Pilot Control. Joe.
Okay, so our first topic is about Canada's gender identity rights and bills. We're going for gay talk, guys. We're going for gay talk, man. Alright.
We don't need gay people.
Shut up, Mason.
That's my statement.
Stop before I get canceled, okay? I don't want to get canceled. We're just going to have a... I mean, we don't really need them, to be honest, but still.
Yeah.
We're fat Americans.
The vegetarians. Just like the vegetarians. They're taking the food away from our meat
Okay, do we want to...
Like the cows. They're stealing their food, the vegans are.
Okay. Damn.
And the rabbits. I don't eat rabbit food. Because I'm meat eater.
Uh-huh. So that is a very accurate description right there. And the vegans. NASCAR. Damn. Alright, so back to the bill. C-16 added the words gender identity and expression to the 3 places. It was added to the Canadian Human Rights Act, joining the list of identifiable groups that are protected from discrimination. These groups included age, race, sex, religion, among others.
Gay people don't deserve rights. That is my final statement. Gay
Mason,
people
you
don't
are
deserve rights.
so going to get canceled. I hope you realize that. You are not going to be able to hold a fucking job, dude. I want y'all to realize anything that y'all say in this can be used against you whenever you're getting a job. Can and will be. I mean, whenever you, Mason, you're looking for a job. You're looking for a job. You got to realize anything that we say here.
Shut up, like. No. 1 and 1/2 views. 1.5 views.
Mason,
Blake.
anything that's tied to y'all's name, can be pulled up whenever they do like a search of your name.
Blake.
And I'm glad. Okay. The second, it was added to a section of the criminal code that targets hate speech, defined as advocating genocide and public incitement of hatred, where it joins other identifiable groups. It was added to. It was added to the section of the criminal code dealing with sentencing of hate crimes. Mason, stop. I promise you, nobody wants to join something, and here you go. Tomorrow. This one down. What the fucking shut up.
I'm talking like you, Blake.
I'm
talking like you, bro. That's what you sound like. You sound like
Bravo. Dude.
Targets are inbound. Take cover.
Oh my god. Alright.
Copy over.
I am never inviting you as a fucking co-host ever again. Fuck y'all.
Hey, Blake.
Shut up, Diabeto.
Are you on live, Blake, or you just...
Yes, I'm on live. I'm streaming this. Fuck y'all.
Are you on live, Blake, or you just...
Oh my god, stop. Oh my god. Mason, I'll actually fucking mute you to where they can't hear you.
No, don't mute me. Don't mute me.
Okay, then you need to fucking stop. Okay.
Well,
It was
get
added
to the point.
Fucking shut up and I will.
Well, stop going over their rights. No one cares, alright?
We're having a talk about their rights. Now fucking shut up so I can say them.
Well,
alright, it was look, in this code, I agree with you. Now let me say the code so people can understand what we mean.
You're getting canceled, Blake. You're getting canceled.
Shut the fuck up. Let me say this, alright? It was added to a section of criminal code dealing with the sentencing of hate crimes of their evidence that an offense is motivated by bias, prejudice, or hate. It can be taken into account by the courts during sentencing. That's basically them saying that you can misgender them.
Wah, wah.
And they could be sentenced or taken to jail for saying, like, to a trans woman that they're still a fucking male. And you could be taken to jail over that if, like, okay. Now, it does say that that alone cannot be used as a criminal offense, but if it's considered harassment or any of, like, you know, like, going, like, saying it. But what is considered harassment in that case?
Harassment? Oh god, I just fell on the floor.
You deserve. Shit, Mason. Well, what keeps them from going and, like, just go like, hey, I don't like this person, fucking, and they go to a police officer saying they were harassing me and saying I was the wrong gender and misgendering me. Like, there is nothing stopping them from doing that.
Blake, let me tell you something. No human being could stop a 357 Magnum, alright?
Shut up, Mason. Oh my god. I mean, he's not. Like, holy shit.
Let's just get the point across.
What the hell? Since the changes brought forth by Bill C-16 do not mention pronouns, both Crossman and Brown cite a 2014 policy released by the Ornado Human Rights Commission, OHRC, for guidance. Page 18 reads, gender-biased harassment can involve refusing to refer to a person as their self-identified name and proper personal pronoun. So they're saying that the gender like saying that, like, Mason, you're a fucking woman. Mason, you're a woman.
I am not a woman. I'm a male.
See, what I just did there is harassment.
I have a penis.
And
I'm a male.
what this just said.
I'm just kidding.
Like,
I'm actually an A10 Warhog with wheels.
But take that into into consideration.
Points.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could use anything as harassment in this regard. The policy itself is not legally binding, Crossman says, but a human rights tribunal does tend to follow the policy that articled. The OHRC is a body, however, wherever Bill C-16 is federal, but Brown says the Department of Justice has said the federal guidelines will mirror the OHRC policy. But their policy literally said that gender bias harassment can involve refusal to refer to a person by their self-identified name and proper pronouns. I don't care what you are, but freedom of speech is freedom of speech, you know? And like, and for Canadians, they don't really have freedom of speech. Like here in America, we have the freedom of speech, which whenever people try and push these laws and stuff, it just won't work. Like our constitutional rights will block these laws no matter what, and they can't do anything.
What constitutional rights block what laws?
Okay, our freedom of speech will block this law if they ever want to push it here in America.
What is the law?
The
Okay,
law.
be back quick, Diabeto.
The law is to basically say that we can't mispronounce someone's pronouns, and so, but our freedom of speech allows us to do that. They can't do that here in America, but people are still pushing for it because I even looked it up, and some legislation have even denied this. You could look it up in certain guidelines in the courts. I had it pulled up here on one of my things. NYC.gov. You can look it up on NYC.gov. They have a legislation of what they have. Like basically, they said that it would be unconstitutional for them to pass this law because it's against the Constitution and freedom of speech.
What game are you playing in the background, Blake?
Okay, it's basically it's a god game. It's where you like play as like gods and you could fight other people. And it's just a knockout game. You just knock people off and
Where'd Vader
win.
go?
I have no idea. Yeah, he's here. But like,
why are you listening? Just listen. You're supposed to be talking. You're not.
Yeah.
This
Is there
a
anything that y'all
podcast.
want to comment on about this?
Okay, Diabeto. Thank goodness it was quick.
Oh man, jalapeno poppers?
God
That's
bless.
pretty good though.
I think we're having beef chow mein for dinner tonight.
Oh shit. I need to stop by your house. I had me some tacos. I was, you know, yeah.
I wonder if Diabeto's getting beat. Because he said
But-
it was his mom, and then like he got off the mic.
Yeah. But the sheer fact that they want to push this here in America, I mean, the reason I know that they're trying to push this in America is for the simple fact that the courts have ruled against it. If they wouldn't have ruled against it if they weren't pushing it, you know? So, the sheer fact that they are
Can I
pushing
hear him
it...
eat his cheeseburger?
Yeah, let's listen to this. Chew some of the, like, eat the cheeseburger.
Just eat it.
Yeah, just eat it. Oh, you hear the tiny chews in the back.
Get closer to your mic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that poor burger.
For real, it's being molested. Like, what the hell? Damn. Okay, so have any of y'all heard LGBTQ people say that they're only
They're
like
getting LGBTQ
seven?
plus now?
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of that.
No,
They get
no.
a TV streaming? Bro.
No, what I'm saying is, they have, like, have you ever heard, them use them using, like, a certain percentage to say how many they are in America? Like, they're a minority.
They're like their own clan?
Like, okay, so, shut up, y'all, oh my god.
Okay, Blake, you're gonna get canceled.
I am so going to get canceled. Oh my
Or, well,
god.
it's a Mexican who said it, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, you know, I thought he was black.
I thought he was a Mexicanese.
Mason, you're look. I can't say anything. But I looked up the demographic of it. Like whenever they grab info of like how many there are in America. The last one the newest one I found was made in if I can pull it up, made in 2010.
About what?
Which, you know for a fact, that has definitely changed. Now, surprisingly enough, individual states have updated this themselves, and the newest one by states that I have found have gone up to maybe 2016. Which I could... the earliest, like the newest one I found, like via states, like every state has updated it by then, but like the United States in total has not, and that's what they're using as a demographic on themselves. 2010. Oh yeah, absolutely, tripled,
What has
quadrupled.
doubled or tripled?
Because they have said that they're like 4% of our population, which is not the case. It's probably around 50%.
Weird people.
By now, I would say either 30 or 50, because I gotta say it is pretty high odds to just walk down the street and like there's probably like 5 that you could talk to.
Honestly,
like I can go to school and I like half of my class would be like full of gay people.
I'm not gonna
But
lie.
California has 4.8%, which the total state population is 38 million.
Okay, Blake.
And the
That's like
adult
4.8%
population of
regular people.
Yeah, the adult population of 2012 of LGBTQ community is 1,030,000.
Wait, they were
300.
gay people in 2012?
What?
There were gay people in 2012? Holy cow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about them.
Now, same-sex couples and households that this was recorded in 2000 was a total of 92,000. I will say this:
US?
South Dakota has the lowest percentage out of every state.
What is Arkansas?
South Dakota has a 2% out of population of 833,354 of regular people. 27,000 of those people are gay, and 826 are same-sex marriages, which is an insanely low number for for a state, because taking into consideration that the total population for America is 313,914,039 people, with an adult population of 238,574,670
I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be back. I'm gonna eat dinner. Bye-bye.
Like adult population, which that's an insane amount of people. which of course you have to break that up for each individual state. For us in, like, okay, what state are y'all from again? Missouri? Okay. I'll look at, my home state, Arkansas, has a 3.0 average, and it has 2,949,131 people, like grown people in our state, 78,000 gay people, and 4,423 same-sex couples, or same-sex marriages. Missouri. I'm looking for Missouri right now. A 3.8? You're looking at it too, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That gotta be way higher. Because there was like a major boom of gay influence on the United States right around 2000, whenever COVID hit. Because a lot of people started to get into influencing and started to be on TikTok and YouTube and both. You know, it. But it's it's scary that majority of people don't really understand the influence that people have, and if I look up the numbers of how many, I was talking with my uncle the other day, and he was like, majority of people that, like, gays will say that they're uncomfortable in their body and want to change their sexual identity because they're uncomfortable in their body. Well, nobody ever is comfortable in their body. You're always hurting. You're always in a sense of just uncomfortableness. Yeah, exactly. Just don't be a pussy. People that want to go through a change or want to be a part of a group, it's only for the simple fact that they are just unhappy with their life. It's as simple as that. They're just unhappy with, yeah. Like, just stop being a pussy and you'll be fine. You know, I'm sorry. And I even know some gay people, and they'll be the first people to, like, tell you it's like they decided this whenever they were children. They wanted to, like, they did their research before going to anything. And if you look up on YouTube, you could even see, like, when people have, like, surgeries and stuff, they have so many regrets. It's same. My pronouns are USA. And
Blake, no, they're Blake Potter, not USA.
That's my name, bitch. Not pronouns.
Well, no, my pronouns are Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart? I thought it was Goody Fruity.
No, Pop-Tart.
Oh, okay. But a lot of people get this misunderstanding, and I was under this misunderstanding a couple days back. But kids, there was a law that had a lot of people misunderstanding it as, like, kids can be taken away from their parents just because they wanted to get like a sex change, and the state would allow it. But if you go and look at the laws and stuff, that literally stops right whenever you get to hospitals. The hospitals have to have confirmation from the parents before they could even commit to a surgery. And when it comes to, like, surgeries and stuff, it's not really by law. It's more or less by but like the CDC and what they agree to do with what what they are understand with what they understand with. Now there are uh, there are people that I wish that they wouldn't do this, but some parents will, and I think this is a form of abuse, because some parents will go and agree to give their children top surgery or sex change, and I've seen this multiple times, and on YouTube and stuff like that, of like people like regretting letting their children do it, you know. And it hurts me because this is literally going to change the child's life forever. Letting them be on puberty blockers and stuff like that, it damages
I'm gonna
them.
open up my fortune cookie and let's see what it is, guys.
I mean, you really can't. It's fucked up there forever. It's fucked up there forever. Now, there,
The
like,
fortune cookie is.
whenever it comes to kids getting the surgeries, it's all up to the parent, because they have all the say. I think it's abuse for parents to go, okay, let's go get that surgery that you're wanting, because the kid doesn't understand, and at that point, the parents going to like agree,
The fortune
so they
cookie
get
says, everyone agrees you are the best. I know I am. I know I am.
yeah, but like it's a form of abuse, because kids don't understand what they want. They don't understand what they want to do in their life. And okay, let me put it this way: when you're 18, you're able to go into the military, right?
And you're what age?
You are allowed to vote when you're 18. Why are we allowed to vote when we're 18
Because
instead
you're
of
an adult.
15 or 14? It's because we're considered adults then. If we're
EDP?
kids and they expect us to have enough sense to allow us to get sex changes and stuff like that, they would let us drink, they would let us smoke, they would let us choose to vote early. If your parent allows you to get these sex changes and stuff like that, you're not a good parent. You're really not a good parent, because you're supposed to question them a little bit. You're supposed to teach them the right understanding of what they're wanting to do. Let them look up the side effects of certain things that they're wanting to take, like puberty blockers. Did you know puberty blockers have certain things that will make you sterile? Yes, some puberty blockers will make you sterile. That means you're never having kids ever again. You can never orgasm. You can never feel pleasure from sex. That's what it means. You're just fucked. If you think it's a good idea to, yeah, you're probably never gonna get fucked. You're probably only gonna find someone that's just as crazy as you are.
I'm gonna laugh whenever you get demonetized, like.
Oh, absolutely. I'd probably ruin my life just saying all this shit. Which all I'm doing, I'm yeah, like I'm probably like never gonna be able to hold a job if they find this video.
That's doubtful, because this video is only gonna get like 3 views, trust me.
I'd be surprised, because I've seen my stream spike up to like 4 views and then drop, and then like it's fluctuating.
That's a lot of views.
Whenever how YouTube views work, it's like how many people will come and go. So it's not just like they show up and they stay, you know. That's not really it. It's more of like they'll watch the entire video, or they'll watch segments of it and come back later. You know, it doesn't matter. It's just if they see it and then it's a view. But anything that's attached to my account or attached to my name, like Mason just named me earlier and said my full name. That right there will allow someone to go look up my name and complain to my workplace that I'm putting on content that is disrespectful to people and their gender identities, and I could be fired.
Listen to me. About, I'm gonna say 85% of the normal people, all of the normal people, will most likely agree with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's bullshit that people have to, like, okay, I'm a firm believer in taking away, like, warning labels off things, because I feel like people need to toughen up in this day and age. We're, like, fuck around and find out. Like, that type, I feel like if you're dumb enough to open up a bleach bottle and drink it, you should not be able to have children in life. I feel like you shouldn't even be alive at that point because you just drank a bottle of fucking bleach, because you're like an imbecile. If you're so ignorant that you don't know what certain things will do to you, then don't do those things. I'm just saying, just because you feel a certain way about your body doesn't mean that you need to go through something that could traumatize your body for the rest of your life. And whenever you're dug up in, like, let's say 1,000,000 years from now, and a scientist looks at your body, they're not gonna go, oh, this guy was a female. No, they're gonna look at your bones, go like, okay, this is male skeleton. He, like, our skeletons are different via our appendix and our bones.
Dude, there is hardly any beef in this, my man. It's getting on my nerves.
Beef romaine,
Yes.
it's no beef.
Diabeto,
you're just damn.
Go get it yourself.
Oh man. Now, whenever, like, do y'all understand that whenever you're dug up in 1,000,000 years, they're not going to know your name. They're not going to know how old. Well, they'll know how old you were when you died, but yeah, I mean, they did. Like, whenever we dig up dinosaur bones, we're not, like, we don't know their, like, gender. Yeah, we don't know. Well, we know their gender. I mean, it's we can find out just by how old their bones are, and we can find out by their bones and how shaped they are. I mean, that's just how life is. Our bones dignify how we are, like, as a person.
You should get us sponsored, like.
I wish I would.
You should ask Coca-Cola if they could sponsor you.
Mm-hmm. Sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Let's go. Chick-fil-A sponsor me. Chick-fil-A sponsor me. I want to
get sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yo, Coca-Cola. No, Coca-Cola is like the most fucking racist towards white people. Do you know how racist Coca-Cola is? Like, they say that they're not racist, but they are absolutely racist. They're racist towards white people. They're not racist to black people, no. They're racist to white people.
Coca-Cola, sponsor me. Please. I love you, Coca-Cola.
Now, back on, like, the transgender awareness and whatnot. Now, there are many... I haven't seen that many trans women go, like, or trans men going into men's sports. I mean, I've seen, like, men that transition to women, which are trans women, go into, like dominate and dominate. Yeah, that swims in um, y'all know what I mean. Yeah, like any trans like woman that goes into women's sports dominates, but you never hear a trans man go into men's sports. You never hear it.
Talk about vegetarians.
It's because they know for a fact that they're never going to win in sports.
When do we get to talk about vegans?
Vegans? Okay, well we'll talk about them after the police part.
No.
Yeah, we're going to talk about police. Now, do y'all know what qualified immunity is?
Blake, you're pulling this stuff from Google. Do you have a bunch
Qualified
of
immunity?
Alright. You're pulling stuff from Google and none of us
I'm
know
not,
what it is.
I'm not pulling it from Google. I'm pulling it from the government. The qualified immunity protects state and local officials, including law enforcement officers, from individual liability unless the officer violates a clearly established constitutional right.
I'm making a super fast lawnmower.
I know.
It's gonna be busting too. It's gonna have like big mud tires on it.
Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cut the lawnmower muffler off. Actually, lawnmowers don't have a muffler.
I'm gonna cut a lawnmower muffler.
I'm gonna put a turbo on it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna paint it, and I'm gonna name it no, Tyrone, because it'll be painted black. Its name's gonna be Tyrone.
But qualified immunity keeps police officers from basically being liable for if they shoot someone or kill them.
Subject?
Yeah, we're on the police subject. Qualified immunity keeps them from being being liable for any damages or misconduct that they have. Yeah, it's a get out of jail free card. But it's just, yeah. Pretty much.
And then Diabeto eats all the pie.
But from my understanding, qualified immunity, it should be broken up into multiple parts. You know, I feel like as a police officer, you have the right to fire your weapon at a suspect. But if you hit a bystander, or do it on purpose, or draw your weapon on a bystander on purpose, or on an innocent man, I feel like you should be liable for that.
Like we all know what the suspect's gonna look like.
Shut up, Mason. You're going to get me canceled, actually. I'm being honest. Now, in some aspects, I feel like y'all already know about the police and constantly protecting their own. There is this video on YouTube that is basically the highway patrol officers issuing a warrant to search a phone of a sheriff, and they're giving him special rights, police officer rights. And he's moving around the facility, and he still has the phone on him, and then he hands it to his deputy, and to get around the issued thing, and
I just farted.
And he's already been issued the warrant, and he hands off his phone to the deputy to get around the warrant. So whenever he's handing off the phone, it's basically being like undersiding that warrant, and so he could go to jail for that. But instead of that, him and his entire department ends up shutting down the facility to where the highway patrol are not allowed to be inside anymore, and they literally are all arrested, which is whenever this happens, I feel like qualified immunity should not be in play. You know, whenever you have a warrant or another officer is after another officer, their qualified immunity should be stricken from or taken from them at that point, because they're then considered a suspect. If you violate someone's rights, which whenever qualified immunity is taken from you, you have to be violating a clearly established constitutional right. So that's impeding on someone's right to deny access to their person for searches and seizures. It's also the right to they have the right to video and stuff like that, and there's videos on YouTube that blow up, and I think people are assholes for doing this, but they'll sit in front of like police stations or hospitals or like public facilities, even prisons. There's videos of people in front of prisons just videoing. They're on the sidewalk, and they're instantly surrounded by police wondering what they're doing and stuff like that. They just want to know what you're doing. You're standing outside of a facility for nearly an hour recording, which I guess that could be suspicious. But as soon as they hear they're like spouting constitutional right and videotaping them and stuff like that, I feel like at that point you should back off and just watch from a distance, you know, because
at what point?
Whenever they start saying that they're sitting there within their rights to video the facility from a sidewalk, which is a public street, you know, that is public property. Even whenever it's like a library and it's publicly owned, you know, public library, or a post office or something like that, that is public property. They have the right to go in there and video and stuff like that. But if it becomes a problem when the officer then engages the person, takes their ID and
have you ever seen
takes their ID and then searches the person, that is a violation of rights, and they can then take away their
I want to talk about
their
the
immunity.
veggie people.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
The veggie people. Talk
The
about the
vegetarians?
veggie
Vegetarians?
people. Yeah.
Okay.
No one likes them. Tegan? Diabetes. The what? Meat is healthier. I would rather have bacon than lettuce. I mean, honestly. I mean... Be quiet, Mr. Diabeto, with your 36 pieces a day.
Okay. How many? So I just looked up how many places have vegans harassed and destroyed restaurants. There is multiple like things that came up here. Not just like restaurants, but like videos of like Did y'all see that video on? It's on YouTube. Y'all could look at it. It's of a group of vegan vegetarians. Shut up. A bunch of vegetarians throwing soup on old art. Yeah. Yeah, it has glass on it. Yeah, and they get arrested and for destruction of property, you know, attempted
man's
destruction
property.
of property. They had intent to destroy it, and they did it.
Life in
And
jail, no parole.
well, they did it as like as a protest against meat eaters,
They should
carnivores.
get life in jail without parole.
Whenever I also saw in jail without parole. Oh my god. Yes, they should. But as
No,
like
they should.
we have the option of eating, yeah.
Get it, beans and cornbread.
We have the option as human beings that we have the option to either eat plants or meat.
Beans.
I am a carnivore. I will eat fucking meat. Okay?
I'm a carnivore.
I mean, yeah, I eat both, but I eat meat majority, so that makes me a carnivore. Yeah, I know, Tegan, shut up. But I make my decision to eat meat primarily. That means I am technically. No, hold on, motherfucker, hold on, okay? Can you let me speak? Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'll mute you. I'll mute you for the rest
Blake,
of this.
we're not dinosaurs. We're humans. Not no Mr. T-Rex over here.
Well, actually, technically, we use that as a classification, as in like for animals. Even nowadays, like tigers are carnivores. They only eat meat. We have the option of we're herbivores or omnivores, and we eat both meat and plants. We have the option to. And omnivore, they eat just plants. Herbivore. That's it. Herbivore. I haven't been in school in about a year. Okay, just give me a sec. Okay.
He doesn't go to school.
I don't go to school. Shut the fuck up. Actually, it'd be 4 months. It'd been 4 months because I graduated before y'all. So fuck y'all.
Shut up, Blake.
I graduated before y'all got out, so it'd be 4 months. So nearly a year. Nearly a year. Like, I know what they are. It's just I can't say them right. Okay, my fucking words don't come out right. Today, Ginger.
In school, me and my friend named all the Disney princesses with no wrong answers, and we got them all right.
Mason, you're the definition of that kid that comes into school and literally they go like, "How's your day, princess?" You just respond with fucking
No,
princess. Yeah.
Okay, so there's this Asian kid, alright?
Oh
I don't
my
know.
god.
I don't know.
Canceled.
Alright? Somehow he can speak Russian. He's Asian American and wears a Russian hat. Alright, he wears a Russian hat every day. Alright. Man walks crip, alright? Straight crip. Alright? He has glasses and everything. And any time we had an apple at lunch, we would put it on his tray. He on one day he left like 25 apples.
Mhm.
If not more. Every single time he had apples. Lucky. Oh yeah, no, we got sidekicks, yeah. Yeah, we got them. Yeah. Dude. I would destroy one of those. I would absolutely decimate those. Violate them. Like, there was no chance of survival. I like that little yellow one out. Good. Dude, I don't think I have any more beef in my low main. I'm getting sad. You don't get the rest of it, diabetes. Because you're a Mexican diabetes. Bro's living poor. Wait, y'all know each other live?
Yeah, they live near each other. Sheesh. Yeah.
What school do you go to?
Okay.
I know where Tegan lives. As a matter of fact,
Okay, so y'all know the animals' rights and
why isn't it gonna add me
vegans and
back,
stuff like
Tegan?
that. Well,
Tegan, you live on
yeah. Okay, so
Interstate
vegans
Highway
not
B.
only don't want to eat meat, but they also want animals'
Why?
rights. Uh, look, if I raise, yeah, animals' rights. So like PETA and stuff like that. PETA, which I think should be fucking condemned by all fucking states or anything to do with fucking America. I think PETA just should not be here in America for the simple fact that if you have watched their protest or any like videos on PETA, they have stolen animals from people just like having them, you know. Like they'll have like there was this one dude that had a chihuahua on his porch and they stole his dog and then gave him a bread basket as sorry as a sorry, and he sued them, but they had literally already put down his dog by the time. Yep. They don't fucking save animals. They take animals, put them down.
The Beta Convention?
Fucking PETA.
Oh. The PETA Convention?
And they don't have fucking animals' rights, and as their fucking main purpose. They have the purpose of killing them. That's what they are. That's what PETA is. They want to use the
I found a piece
word
of
of
beef.
vegan or
Oh.
the word of protecting animals and stuff like that as their motives. But why are you protecting animals when you're killing them? Why not relocate them or
What are you
bring
doing,
them to a
Uriah?
certain place?
Dude, my rolly chair has brakes.
Yeah, because you drift around with them. Yeah, he hops in his thing, goes down the hill at full speed, and then puts on the brake and drifts into school and hits his fucking desk. Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Bro, Blake gets scared whenever he sits in my chair.
Yeah, because it feels like it's about to fucking fall back. You've said multiple times that you've fallen out of your chair.
That was from me leaning over and just falling out.
Oh, bro, Mason, shut up. Okay. Okay, do me a favor. Look up vegan protest. VEGAN protest. PROTEST. No, VEGAN.
Blake, use your grammar
V
right.
V V V. Fuck
D?
you, V.
D?
Take.
D?
Put your hand up. Put your hand up and put two fingers up. What does that make? A fucking pussy. No,
Blake
but
gets
you could look at photos, and they're taking milk out of the grocery store and spilling it all over the ground. And why are you like protesting about animals' rights, but you're taking the very milk that you're saying that people should not buy, but you're buying it and then spilling it on the street, which is wasting the product.
Honestly, bro, they're probably just like going in like a big huddle circle, you know? And then just like running out of the store with like cages of milk.
They probably are.
Cans and a big huddly circle.
And here's another thing: vegans will protest and say like that farms should not exist. What happens to sheeps that we farm? They've been what happens to the domesticated animals? Sheeps have grown the wool on them to be farmed, and whenever they overgrow their wool, they overheat and they end up dying. So we have to farm them. I'll be right back because I gotta go talk to Mimi real quick.
This is what Blake sounds like. Bravo, bravo. Tangos on the horizon. Tangos, tangos. Uriah. Hello. 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 What's it like having a PS5? Is that all? Never get old. I'm down. Self. Down. The dress. And the song. Cause Mary Jane. And the thing. Yeah. No, domestic sheep with autism. Wet. Oh my god. No cheese. It wouldn't even be bread, it would just be like tofu. Just like I'll send you something. I hate Loba loba. Loba loba. Loba. Steak. Mr. Dusty. This down roll. Just sneak. Roll. Look at this. Hold up. I better. It just be.
Sorry, I had to give my grandmother her medicine. Man, I hate old people. I'm kidding. What were we? Yeah. Yeah.
May
Yeah.
just be breaking
It,
business.
it would just be baked bread. Or vegetable oil is not just vegetable oil. Like, it has animal byproducts in it too. Like, all of our stuff has animal byproducts. Because if you look at certain hormone things, like, some of that stuff comes from, like, cows or byproducts of cows. Nothing's going to be completely vegan.
Why are there two picks all over the bathroom?
I have no idea.
I picked up 4 of them out of the floor, which, Mom ended up having to get one removed.
Yeah, I know.
So, what is he doing?
I have no idea.
Bet you.
But if you were still looking at like the protests and stuff, whenever they say animals need protection, well, we kind of are protecting them from predators already. Like, what we're doing as like meat eaters is we're literally taking the animals that are not useful to us and making them useful to us.
Okay, so y'all know Tegan's brother, right?
Yeah.
His Snapchat name is Trace233. That is his Snapchat. We all need to do the friend request type of stuff on Snapchat and absolutely spam him autism sheep.
Shut up.
Or domestic. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing, what would happen to all the animals that have disabilities to them? Well, I mean, now we make use out of those animals. We put them out of their misery. We take them away from the herd, and then we put them out of their misery, and then we eat them. You know,
I don't want to eat a sheep with like.
Mason, you do though. You do. Any meat has maybe like a 5% chance that you're eating an animal that has like a disability of some sort. Which, I mean, if you're talking about industrial farming and stuff like that, when it comes to animals and stuff like that, I think it is wrong because they cram animals into a cage and they sit in their fucking feces, and then we also eat the meat that is from them, you know, after they sit in their fucking own feces and live in that for months on end. It's disgusting, and I do agree that that should not be a thing, which is not going to stop me from eating meat. But if you could tell me, like, if I were able to get my meat from a farm that has open pastures, you know, like we have a farm right next to my house, and they have cattle, you know, they raise their cattle, and it's an open farm.
For some reason, Tegan left.
Yeah, he left probably for more food.
That diabetes looking thing.
But he...
And
And by the way, guys, we're allowed to make fun of that because our entire family has diabetes at some point. So, yeah.
what?
I was telling my viewers that they
yeah.
can't get us in trouble for that because half of our family has diabetes.
Yeah. And someday we're probably gonna have
Yeah,
diabetes.
we're probably gonna have diabetes too. No matter how like fit we are, we're gonna probably end up getting it. Yeah.
What?
Mm,
You're gonna
good.
do what?
I'm gonna have my kids. I want my kid to be like that one what is that one girl that got like my dad's in prison, or my dad can beat up your dad,
My dad owns your dad.
and then I'd want my child to go, my dad has diabetes.
I did that one time. Someone in school.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay, so in one time. Okay, so it was in school, right? You know,
Mhm.
grade. The group of cool kids was talking about diabetes. All right. I walk up to him and go, diabetes. All right. They laugh. It was
Mhm.
the best moment of my life, honestly, in
Yeah.
3rd grade.
Okay, now one of the biggest things vegans will go like do or say is that whenever we eat meat, we're hurting the animals. I just want to point out that people, whenever we go to war, we hurt other people. There is constantly murder in our own like people. We're constantly murdering our own people. You know, it's just what happens. That's human nature, is to eat whatever we can, consume, build up family, and work for what we have. You know, it's just human nature. And whenever you're telling someone to live a certain way, you're going against human nature. We're supposed to be independent and free-minded. You're trying to force something on other people that should not be forced. We don't.
Hey,
We love
hey,
our
Vader.
meat, and we don't go around going like, you should only eat meat. You know,
I do.
like, shut up, Mason. You do a lot of things that could be considered racist. It is. It is.
How dare you speak of me to that language? I shall taketh my...
Mexican diabetes.
Hold up. A Mexican diabando.
Diabetes. Damn you. Fucking hell. You're actually... My entire channel is going to be taken down by fucking tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, I want you to listen to this quote right here. Free vegan chicken sandwiches.
Never eaten it. Don't like vegan food.
No,
Never eaten it.
do you understand it? Free vegan chicken sandwiches. How can it be chicken but vegan?
It'd be like tofu sandwiches.
They call it
Fried
tofu
tofu.
sandwich.
Just like
They call it fried tofu sandwich. There's no chicken,
No.
so it should not be chicken.
Vegan fried tofu sandwich.
Have y'all seen the PETA protest of having like this naked woman on like on a bench, and it says flesh is flesh, go vegan? It has like a burnt body, like half-eaten body on like a table, and it's disturbing for the simple fact that they go through so much to make it as graphic as possible.
Some 8-year-old kids.
like go if you look
Yes,
up
kick
vegan
it.
protests, you like the third picture or fourth picture, there's humans that are like naked and they are in like packages.
It's 9/11 right now.
Yeah, they're in like packages that have them covered in blood and like vacuum sealed almost. It's disturbing to the point that whenever it's on news and PETA had, this is what I call like child abuse. They have children watching this stuff. They want children to experience this. That's child abuse. It's inciting violence, and I think they should be arrested.
Food.
Anything that could be like so disturbing to a certain degree that's in public eye, I think should be a criminal offense. Yep. Yep. Like that's yeah, it's disturbing as shit. Like kids walk down the street. Yeah, kids walk down the street and they see that, they're not going to be fucking going vegan. They're going to be traumatized. Have you seen there's a topless activist stage radical vegan protest at London Fashion Week. It's wear your own skin. Yeah, it's literally disgusting. It's disgusting. It is so. And the fat one that's in like the far corner, you cannot tell me she has not eaten fucking meat. She has definitely eaten a fucking cheeseburger in her lifetime. Like holy fuck. Yeah, like holy shit. And y'all might be ripping on the fact that we're saying that she's fat, but let me tell you something. You cannot tell me that a fat person does not like looks fucking pretty. I am telling you right now, if a 40-year-old fat guy walked up to you, you're not going to look at him and go like, I'd go out with you. I like them fat. What the fuck? That's more of a kink thing than ever, you know?
That's a lie.
That's a lie, dude. You cannot tell me. Mason, would if someone that was like Connie walked up to you and was like, yo, I like you, will you go out with me?
Well,
I'd have sex with you. Would you fucking... I'm saying, like, if someone your age, about that size, walked up to you and asked you if you would have sex with them, or go out with them, or date them, or marry them, or whatever, would you do it? I wouldn't even do it. I would say I wouldn't. I can't. Like, my brain physically denies me that. Like, I would not ever. We're talking about vegans.
Tegan. Oh, Hank joined it. Hank joined. Hank joined it. Let's go, bro.
Tegan.
Oh yeah, Grace joined.
Shit.
No.
We're in a podcast right now about vegans, fat people.
Grayson, stay.
Shut up.
Tegan, should I?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're talking about obese.
Yeah. I call Tegan's brother.
Fucking the chunk life.
Oh, never mind. I can't call Tegan's brother.
Now, there is one thing I have to say, and I gotta say this. If you're in the middle of the fucking street protesting, get out of the fucking street. Get out of the damn fucking street. I hate you. If you're in the fucking street and you're impeding fucking traffic, you need to be arrested. that lay down in the fucking street, like wanting yeah, that's. Mhm. I bet you they had a horrible time getting
Tegan.
that concrete off. I think they had emergency team like
Tegan.
help them take it off.
I'm not talking to you, Ethan.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that is horrible. Like, okay, first off, some like like breast milk powder, like milk powder, like that comes from animals too, not fucking uh not fucking plants, I mean, there are plants variables in it, but some people aren't able to produce milk. They have to use baby formula, which is a like it has like a meat byproduct or a plant byproduct in it, and it's very unhealthy for kids to drink it. I mean, some people will use it just because they're poor and they can't afford like the real formula, but it's it like it again, it like messes with the kid, it's not the best thing to give them.
Hey Vader, do you have Modern Warfare? Why don't you have Modern Warfare? Blake, does he have Modern Warfare?
No, he doesn't,
Why don't you have it, Vader?
because he doesn't play it.
I'll literally buy it for you.
Also, for those
Yes.
people that stand in front of the fucking meat section at a grocery store, I want to fucking punch you. Because not only are you blocking my fucking bologna meat, but you're literally stopping me from getting my fucking dinner. Bro, I would so do it.
Real.
Like, I'd go to the cash register, buy a fucking, like, a popsicle or something that's like, I would buy a fucking ice cream tub, sit in front of them, cross-legged, and just start eating it. Spoonful.
Dude,
Oh, with my hands just going, oh.
dude, I will literally get a big tub of ice cream and grab the ribeye steak that I'm about to buy, open the ice cream and start dipping the ribeye steak in the all milk ice cream and munch down on it right in front of them. Like, delicious.
Now, I wouldn't do chicken because chicken could give me salmonella. I'm not doing that. I would take a steak. I would take a steak and eat it in front of them.
Only the don't do ground.
Yeah, not
Or
ground
chicken.
beef.
Or
Ground beef, chicken or pork, that will fuck you up on the inside. I would
Or
say
anything ground.
I would say a steak. That is probably like your best bet.
Yeah.
Like a prime rib or something like that. Ribeye, like anything, a New York steak. Like, oh my god, I would love a New York steak right now. But all right. But just eating one of those alone is pretty good. Now, back to the transgender issue, Mason. I'm going to talk to you about this. There was this woman called
You
Noah.
play Modern Warfare.
I will. Noah Vishant, who concealed passing as a man, for I think it was like 2 or 3 years. She wrote a book about being a man and stuff like that, and as of like right now, she's dead because she committed suicide. But in her book, she was writing about how horrible being a man was. Like, we were treated so horribly, and she was saying, like, it's no wonder, like, our suicide rates are so high and stuff like that. There's even a picture online of her dressed as a man, and oh my god, I wouldn't even notice. I wouldn't even notice if she was a guy. Her book is called Self-Made Man, and when the book came out in 2006, it was an instant bestseller. Where I'm scrolling. The book wasn't a joke. It was. It drew comparisons to like Black Like Me. It's another book. White journalist John Howard Griffin, 1961 book about his experiences passing as a black man in the segregated Deep South. Which, in my personal opinion, wouldn't that also be considered blackface? Like passing as a black dude in the Deep South.
Dude, they have a gunfight custom.
Yeah. Okay.
Inside drill, no doubt.
I'm about to stop my live stream as soon as it hits 30 minutes. But Miss Viciant was a lesbian. She was not transgender or gender fluid. She was, however, interested in gender and identity as a freelance contributor to the Los Angeles Times, the Village Voice, and the Advocate. She had written essays on those topics that inflamed some readers. She was a librarian. She titled no, I'm not going to say that. That's going too far, and that'd probably get me restricted on YouTube. It's basically her going off on saying she didn't not believe transsexuals were members of the opposite sex after they had surgery and had taken hormones.
So did your live end or
and
something?
No, not yet. And opposites hormones, a position that led one writer to label her a bigot. She was a I don't know that word. She was a constraint and proud of it. In her years and half living as Ned Miss Viciant put him in a number of stereotypical hyper-minuscule situations. He joined a blue-collar bowling league he was a terrible bowler. Though he was a terrible bowler, his teammates were kind and cheered him on. They thought he was gay, Miss Viciant learned later, because they thought he bowled like a girl. It's you know, not wrong. We guys have our own idea of what goes on, you know. He spent weeks in a monastery with monks.
Like, you've been doing this longer for 30 minutes.
No, it's 24 minutes. I said whenever my live stream hit 30 minutes. It's an hour and 24 minutes, dude. I said it at an hour 20, and I said after it hits 30, and I'll do it.
Oh.
He spent weeks at a monastery with monks. Mason, you're going to get me canceled with playing that. Stop it.
Huh?
You're playing that while I'm live streaming, dude.
What?
You're playing a video while I'm live streaming.
What video?
You're playing a video. I could hear it. Not anymore, but you were. he went to strip clubs and dated women, though he was rebuffed more often than not in single bars. He worked in sales, hustling coupon books and other low margin products door to door with fellow salesmen who, with their cartoon bravado, seemed drawn from the 1983 David Mint play. Finally, at the Iron John's retreat, a therapeutic therapeutic, I don't know that word, workshop, think drum circles and hero archetypes modeled on the work of the man's movement anchor, Robert Bly. Ned began to lose it, began Ned and worn Miss Vigilant down. She's felt alienated and dissociated, and after the restraint, she checked herself into a hospital for depression. She was suffering the wrote for the same reason that many of the men she met were suffering. Their assigned gender roles. She found were suffocating them and alienating them from themselves. Manhood is a Leiden mythology regarding on the shoulders of every man. She wrote, they needed help. If a man are still really in power, then it benefits us all considerably to heal the dyspeptics, whatever, at the wheel. Miss Viciant proceeded another feat on immersing journalism for her next book, Voluntary Madness, My Year Lost, and founded in the Looney Bin, 2008. So basically, she went through as a man, lived as a man, and she broke down as a man. She lived as a man, grew depression, went in for suicide watch, and she ended up committing suicide anyway, because she lived as a man and she couldn't handle it. Even in her own words, we need help. It's hard for people to understand. Men aren't really in control nowadays. We're looked down upon. We're thrown like dirt's basically thrown at us all the time. It just doesn't help. But I'm going to end my live stream, guys. Please leave a like, subscribe if you want more podcasts like this. I guess me, Mason, Uriah can do it at any time, I guess. I'll try and get some stuff together maybe every month, and we could probably do this. Love you guys. Bye, and talk to y'all another time.